Heartland Baptist Missions presents the Mission Field of Romania and the ministry of Roy and Rella Chestnut. Romania is a small Eastern European nation that was left devastated by the lengthy reign of Rella Chestnut, a country which today suffers under the effects of a sluggish economy and a government that seems to care little for ordinary people. In spite of the country's vast resources, most people earn less than $100 a month. There are more than 16,000 small farming towns and villages, and here people still milk their own cows, churn their own butter, and slaughter their own hogs. Most of the plumbing and electrical fixtures predate World War II, and the lifestyle of the people is reminiscent of 1947 America. Though the country is poverty-stricken, it is rich in history. The country is made of three different nationalities of people: Romanians, Hungarians, and Gypsies. Many nations, including Turkey, Hungary, Russia, and Germany, fought for control of the region, some having success. But after aligning itself with Germany and suffering defeat in World War II, the Soviet Union occupied Romania in 1947. In 1965, Ceausescu ascended to the top of the Communist Party, and though he tried to distance Romania from the influence of Moscow, his ruthless domestic policies were hardly laudable. Ceausescu oppressed and robbed the people, and raped the country of its wealth. The people and the country today are still trying to recover from the antics of this horrible dictator. It is in the impoverished rural areas of this meager country that Roy and Rella Chestnut have been called to minister to the Gypsy people. Dr. Roy Chestnut graduated from Tennessee Temple in 1969. After graduating, he became pastor of the Valley Baptist Church in Oswego, Illinois, where he remained for 32 years. During his years at Valley Baptist, he had a passionate heart for missions and established a strong mission program in the church. In 1996, Dr. Chestnut founded the Heartland Baptist Missions Mission Board. Dr. Chestnut began taking mission trips into the country of Romania in 1990. During this time, with the help of others, Dr. Chestnut established a work among the Gypsy people of Romania. In January of 2002, the Lord allowed Dr. Chestnut to resign as pastor of Valley Baptist Church and begin serving as a full-time missionary to Romania. Dr. Roy Chestnut and his wife Rella have moved to Pensacola, Florida, and joined Smyrna Baptist Church and the ministry of Dr. Roy Julian, their pastor of 38 years. On February 17th of 2002, Dr. and Mrs. Chestnut were sent to the mission field of Romania by Smyrna Baptist Church. The Chestnuts have joined hands with other missionaries that labor in the country of Romania, men such as Marvin Lane and Tony Calico. And Heartland Baptist Missions is also sending missionaries Harold and Janine Noble and Charles and Leslie Johnston. In joining with Marvin Lane, the Chestnuts now labor in several different ministries. One facet of their ministry is to plant churches, especially among the Gypsy people. The Chestnuts are responsible for 3 of the churches that have been planted to date. The most recent addition to the ministry is the Pregnancy Crisis Center, which was established in late 2001. To date, the Pregnancy Crisis Center has counseled 81 women, 14 of which have completed the program. Of those 14, many have married the father of their child and have kept the baby, while the families of some of the women have taken the babies and cared for them. It is a joy and praise to report that all 14 of the women have accepted Christ as their Savior, and many of their family members have also been saved. Another component of their ministry is the orphanage, Village of Hope. Village of Hope is a 30-acre complex with 5 homes. One of these homes is the Brian Noble Home, which is equipped to handle children rescued from the city dump. Hundreds of people, sometimes entire families, but mainly abandoned children, live at the city dump. They eat the scraps carried to dump in garbage trucks, and they wear whatever rags can be recovered from the trash in the dump. Under this ministry, children are rescued from the waste and filth of the dump and placed in the Brian Noble Home. Here they are fed, clothed, treated by a doctor, educated, and taken to a local Baptist church where they have the opportunity to hear the gospel and accept Christ as their Savior. Anna's house, a second home on the Village of Hope complex, is under the direction of Roy and Rella Chestnut. In this home, babies from the Pregnancy Crisis Center and babies abandoned at the local hospital find care and love. The children range in age from a few days old to 5 years of age. The house has full-time house parents and a doctor on staff to give the children the physical, emotional, and spiritual care that they need and deserve. Another aspect of the ministry in Romania is the education of the Gypsy population. The Gypsy population comprises about 15% of the population of Romania, yet they are denied many of the privileges that the rest of the population is allowed. The majority of the Gypsy people cannot read or write. Those that can are often limited in the opportunities for further education. It is very rare to find an educated Gypsy. For this reason, the Gypsy Bible Institute is being started. The Gypsy Bible Institute is the innovation of Tony Calico, who has asked Rella Chestnut to assist him. Dr. Chestnut will be raising funds for the Institute as well as teaching in the Institute. The cost of training one Gypsy pastor will be $50 per semester. Anyone who would like to sponsor a student would be most welcome. One Gypsy pastor can reach far more than any missionary can. We have led a great number of Gypsies to the Lord and established several Gypsy churches, but the pastors of these churches are, for the most part, Romanians, Hungarians, and American missionaries. God has called the Chestnuts to the mission field of Romania and put an intense desire in their hearts for the Romanian people. Last year, the Lord enabled the Chestnuts to resign from Valley Baptist Church and begin serving as full-time missionaries to Romania. The foremost goal of the ministry is to carry out the Great Commission, to win souls to Jesus Christ and establish local independent Baptist churches. In order to do this, the ministry relies on humanitarian work. The Romanian government is not concerned about the planting of churches because of the humanitarian work that is helping the people. By doing humanitarian work, the Chestnuts demonstrate the love of God. The Gypsy people are an unloved people. They have been badly mistreated. The Greek Orthodox Church has made them a second-class people. But as missionaries, the Chestnuts are able to show them Christ's love through humanitarian work and the preaching of the gospel. The primary need of this ministry is prayer. The Chestnuts need your prayers as they travel in the country. Travel in Romania can be hazardous, and the roads are in horrible states of disrepair. Much prayer is needed for border crossings and safely getting the needed supplies into the country. There are buildings to build, children to feed, and Bibles and other materials to be bought. Support is needed to train pastors and help others, as well as for establishing more local churches. The church planting ministry needs approximately $1,000 a month. The Ministry of Anna's House needs $1,000 a month, and the Pregnancy Crisis Center needs $500 a month. The Gypsy Bible Institute needs as much money as can be raised so that the ministry can more effectively reach the people. There are also personal needs. A car is needed for the Romanian ministry. The cost is $14,000. The Chestnuts also need a place to live in Romania. They have plans to build an apartment in the loft of Anna's house, which will cost an estimated $3,000. An additional $1,000 a month is needed for personal living expenses. James chapter 1 and verse 27 says, "Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world." As the Chestnuts move into the mission field of Romania, they need your prayers and support to accomplish the goal of this verse, to visit the fatherless and the widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.